Hello there, folks. And while Rachel and I are over here taking care of the B.R.O scouting vlogs week 2, if y'all haven't seen those yet, I'm going to put a card right here. Yeah, they've already started. We did week 1 last week and working on week 2. But we're talking about Throwback Thursday. Throwback Thursday, episode 7. We had a couple of good hunting trips, deer hunting trips, where we brought home the venison. So y'all enjoy Throwback Thursday, week 7.
Evening, guys. Sorry, daggum rifle. It's October 1st. We're back over at Jamestown lease. We'll give it a few days to rest. And sign has really picked up around here too, so me and Josh are back over here. Josh is sitting in the stand where I missed. And I'm going to my usual stand down here where I killed a few last year. So we'll see what happens. Be right back. Just put corn out here yesterday, a big pile of it, and I see about 2 cobs left down there. So there's probably more than one deer that's hitting this here. Maybe they'll show themselves this evening, I hope so. It's 83 degrees here in central South Carolina on October the 1st. You gotta love the South.
Well, guys, it didn't take long for the deer to start moving this evening.
I see one, guys.
Yeah, you hear me just say I saw her when she poked her head out. And this is 6:40 this evening. They started moving. And as I had figured, it appeared that we had several that were hitting the corn pile. And they had wiped it out in almost 24 hours. And so, as you can see, there were multiple deer that were coming into the food plot.
Hopefully they're gonna feed on this way.
Well, unfortunately, they never did, folks. They just moved on. And after reviewing the footage here, it appeared to be a pretty good sized maiden doe and a peghorn that is probably her offspring this year. After they moved on, about 8 minutes later, this little yearling here, she walked out and she fed around for several minutes. But if you'll look right here, you see that rabbit sitting there? It seemed that that cotton picking rabbit was worrying all those deer whenever they were trying to move into this food plot.
Well, there's a little one right there. Those other 2 must be pretty good sized does. Maybe they'll start feeding this way.
Look at how she's watching that rabbit and her twitching her tail. That's a nervous sign whenever a deer is twitching their tail. Same thing the other two did whenever they came out and they saw that rabbit sitting there. Had it not been for that rabbit, those deer may would have come on into the food plot and fed on down.
I think they scared of that dang rabbit. If that rabbit are going to get out of there, they may come on up there to where I got that mineral leg at.
But the first three that came out never did feed on up that way. Eventually she got tired of watching that rabbit. She nibbled at a little bit of the turnips in the food plot, and she moved on right behind the other two. I have 2 doe tags in my fanny pack tonight, guys, and I was hoping that one of those big nannies would come out and offer me a shot. And so whenever I saw this last maiden doe come out, I'm thinking to myself right now, I said, if this old gal will give me a broadside shot, I'm going to take her down and put her in the freezer. With all that dust that's kicking up right now, guys, it looked like I was hunting in an East Texas sendero right now.
Bubba is back, baby. That's about 175 yards down there, I believe. It's 7 o'clock. I finally got in this little old stand. It's getting tough for my big butt to get in these small stands. But I'm here. I'm waiting on the deer. And when he comes out, I'm gonna bust him. See you later.
Captain Buster has been booked at Santee all week long, and he has been rocking on ready to get back into a deer stand. This is what happened to him this morning on the 2nd of October. Some does.
Okay, so a nice little young buck, looked like a last year's buck. He got roos in this club here, 6 points or better outside of the ears, and they wasn't outside his ears. I don't look like about a 4, either a 5 point. But you know what I saw? I saw fried loin, crispy fried loin. I saw hind quarter roast. Oh, cooked with in gravy with potatoes and onions and carrots and that. Oh Lord, with hot biscuits. So ground hamburger, good deer burgers. Oh, it looked good. I declare it did. It looked good. But it's a beautiful day. I had a great hunt. It's a day that the Lord hath made, and He said to rejoice in it. And even though I couldn't shoot him, I rejoiced in it. But we're going to get down now and get to talking about all that food. I think I'm going to go to the house and I'm going to eat me something. Believe I'll do that. Great day. Talk with you later. I'm going to go this evening. Maybe I can get something this evening. Bye. All right. We're back on the Jamestown track on the west end of it. They hunted the east end yesterday. I'm right next to a clear cut. And I got a corn pile over here. And I got a corn pile over here. They feeding on one about as good as the other, but I think they feeding on the one down here a little bit better. So anyway, that's where I'm going to point the camera. Wind's a little bit wrong. Wind's coming sort of out of the west, southwest. So anyway, it's time for Buster to break the ice. So I'm ready. All right, we'll see what happens.
And right at 6:30, 2 mature does walked out, but they were not coming to the corn pile. They were just passing through. And if you look right here behind this thicket, you can see them moving right back there. Captain Buster needs one of these does to take one more step to get him just a little bit of a gap that he can slide that 7mm mag bullet into this young doe. She's hit hard and she don't run but 30 yards before she piles up.
All right, old Buster's on the board. I doubt if y'all could see any of the deer. They was down in them thick pines down there. I had one little hole that one old big doe stepped in, and I shot through that hole, and she run about 35 yards, I reckon. I'm getting too old for this dragging, but I did drag her out. So anyway, I'm gonna wait and see if nothing comes out. If it does, I just might pop that one too. Talk with you later.
Oh, there's your white-haired deer slayer right there. Filming me as I drive up, and I'm filming him as I drive up. How about that?
That's it. Get the tag in it. if you're ever down in the woods and you ain't got nothing to drag the deer out, what I do is you can cut you a stick with and I sharpen the end of it where it'll go through. You can cut a hole in that nose, and this nose is tough, and you leave you some limbs up there at the top, and it won't slip through your hands.
Oh, the stick thing.
Yeah.